a classic Polaris fuel leak issue. We've had 3 sleds this winter, all from early 2000s. The same shit. It's always fuel lines, fuel lines, fuel lines. So what was going on with this one is, this is not the line we had, but we tried to fix it with this, but it was the wrong diameter at the time. But here's our old line here, you can see. And it was just sitting, we were looking. We had to pull all this stuff out to find where it was leaking at. And sure enough, we turn it over, and you look right here, this is where it was leaking. You know what this looks like? It looks like a hose clamp. Down here, this little green guy, we spun it around off the fuel injection here, but it was pointed straight up, and this thing was just rubbing on it everywhere you go. And sure enough, just constant leak out of here. We lost probably 6 gallons of fuel on it when it was sitting. You'll hear a lot about this. These sediment lines are always shit. They're cracking in half, leaking. So we got new these too, which is good. 5/16 fuel line for the 1998 Polaris XC. So now we're gonna show you guys how to do it. We already did this, but we're just gonna do this. It's pretty simple. We're gonna cut it to length.
Good
so the
stuff.
trick here, you measure it, you saw it. The trick to cut this is to bend it. You know, it works surprisingly well, you would think.
Here we are putting the clamps on the new hose. You just put her on there just like that. And now she's ready to go on.
Kinda like that.
Kinda like that, right?
I'd recommend using the pre-cut end of this line for this part, because this is where we tried our other line and it was just spraying out of here, because it needs to be very straight to seat. Yeah. Usually the Polarises have some nice vinyl fuel line like this, but this one, it did not, and this is the wrong size as well.
Push! There we go.
Okay.
It's like
5/16.
5/16.
Needle nose pliers.
Needle nose
Find the
pliers.
clip, pinch it.
Pinch it and slide it. That easy,
Make sure
okay?
you get it where you
It's
need
not
it.
that easy. You're doing something wrong.
Exactly what he said. Look at that.
Look at that. It's literally perfect, okay?
It's
So if
almost
it,
like professionals are doing this right
basically professional. Okay, so that's one spot of it, and now we just got to get it on that.
now. We're gonna fix these quick.
We're gonna fix that.
We thought we had the right size
We're
hose,
making new dongos.
and we did not. These things can be difficult on the original dry rotted hose, but you just kind of, I like to take a heat gun, heat it up, and just work it.
Work it.
You can tell this is the wrong size because you can just pull it right off.
Pull it right off with the clit.
So you put your stopper in there, you have your hose clamp.
Look at
That's how
that.
it's done. But quick tip of the day: we don't want it to sit anywhere. We want it to sit on the back side.
Backside.
I like to take the natural curve of the hose, so it'll be sitting like this in the snowmobile facing forward. You're gonna want it to sit on the carb kind of like that, so it's not rubbing on the back here, so it's kind of free.
That's what I'm talking about.
Help me buy another snowmobile.
Help me find. Any sponsors out there?
Fuck!
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Tech tip of the day.
Tech tip.
Electrical pliers, absolutely unbelievable how well they work for this shit.
Yeah, watch this.
Watch. Boom. Then you simply grab your doink. This is the easy part. Sediment lines.
Sediment lines are on. Now what you all came here to witness and watch.
The miracles be performed.
The fuel line.
You're gonna want to be warm for this.
Okay, it's -2 outside. -2.
-20 wind chill. We are snowmobiling today. Stay to the end of the video, guys.
Stay.
You're gonna see some fun.
Okay.
Make sure you pull your plugs.
Make sure you pull that. Yep, because
You wanna
yesterday.
make sure it's not
Yes.
open.
Make sure it's
You
not
guys
open.
know that. So
This is the important part right here. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my days. You see that right there, folks? That's a good job.
So if you guys are also working in -20-degree weather, you may need the best investment of your life. The Harbor Freight heat gun, $25. So since these are -20 degrees, hard as a rock, you might need to heat them up a little, make them pliable. Same goes for any fuel lines if they're old ones. Luckily this is new out of the box, it's pliable. A couple seconds each one, depending on how cold it is. Put the oil lines on first. It's all tight down here because everything wants to go its way, and everything's got to go one way. So grab your oil ends. These are nice. They slide right on, actually. And make sure you grab your little clip.
Right there. Look at that. What a great job. Just like that.
Right on.
Right on.
Don't forget these. Extremely important to not blowing up your engine. These are nice. They slide right on. If they don't slide right on, you might want to look into replacing them with new lines. There she goes.
There she goes. So there's one and there's two, both on. So now,
and as you saw, we can now put them on. We heated this up.
it just
Clicks right in.
clicks right in. We're finally screwing in the carbs. There's spots to screw them in on each side there.
Look at my face.
Tech tip!
I'm talking to you. When you guys
Snowmobile
when you
after
guys
draining
drain all
the
your fuel and you try and start your snowmobile up, what you're gonna want to do is open up your nice throttles and get some starting fluid in there. Because trust me, oh, this is the fucking dead cam. My cameraman's gonna hold our throttles open, and we're gonna give it a really nice shot of this.
shot of nectar.
That'll help get that fuel pump going. I'm gonna pull it over. Started it up, as you guys saw, it was running good. No leaks, hooray, hooray. Now we get to put the air box on. Bring her back. Make sure these.
So we lined the air box up with the carburetors.
Got it on. Make sure the strap is not underneath it when you're doing it.
Put the strap
Got
there.
that. Got two more little guys back here.